Okay, so welcome you all after Diwali vacations. Right, I hope everyone have enjoyed Diwali vacations. Uh, okay, now we will start with our subject as object-oriented programming with C++. We have started, if you remember, okay, I will quickly revise. We have started with the first unit, the basic concept. In the second unit, we have gone through all the basic, you can say, uh, the variables, definitions of variables, then functions, arrays, right? And there we have seen also how we are going to use different conditional statements, then operators, right? So those part we have covered in the last unit. In the last lecture, we have started with third unit, function. In function, we have gone through the simple functions. Now, before starting with this actual the contents, so I wish to know what are the different types of functions. Yes, can you list out what are the different types of function so that I can am able to know how much you understood or how much you are able to recall it, right? So just tell me the different types of functions. Anyone?
Library and user defined.
Yes, these are the two broad categories of the function, library functions and user defined functions. So in library functions, that means it is already defined, the body of the function is already defined somewhere, and we are using only the name of that function. Examples we have seen in C++ as cin, cout. Okay, so we don't know how it works, but if you mention in the program cout or cin, you will find it appears in the different color, and when you write it, it gets called the body of this cin and cout. That means the functionality of this is called from somewhere, and we know we have some iostream.h header file. Okay, so the body of this cout and cin function is mentioned there in this iostream.h header file. Okay, so if we are using this a system defined library functions in the program, functions in the program, we called it as system functions. And now, so again, there we cannot have any like there we cannot do any modification in the name of function, like we cannot write capital C in cout function, or any capital letter in between, or any, like we cannot do some modifications in the name of that function. As it is, we have to use it. Okay, so the thing is, we have some restrictions for using this library system functions. Now there is other concept, user defined function, where you are allowed to write or you are allowed to give any name for the function, provided you should follow the, yes, rule of, yes, can you tell me, identifiers. So what are the rules of identifiers? Identifier, that means the name of variable, function, array, or structures, right. So can you tell me the rules for identifiers? The name of variable or the function, or like arrays and other things, so it will not start with any number. Okay, the first thing. Then there is sorry, space is not allowed in between the name of identifier. If you wish to make separate, then you need to connect these two words with underscore, right? And without underscore, numbers and special characters are not allowed at the start of your name of function or the name of variables. So these are all the rules of identifiers. तुम्ही नंबर आणि स्पेशल सिम्बॉल्स एक्सेप्ट अंडरस्कोर यांनी कुठलंही नाव स्टार्ट करू शकत नाही. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट केस, तुम्ही नावामध्ये स्पेस देऊ शकत नाही. आणि थर्ड केस, you can start the name of your variable with underscore. Okay, and you can use in between underscore as well to differ a single word. Okay, so we need to follow these rules of identifiers while giving the proper names to these variables or the functions. Okay, so up to this we have seen. So with user defined, we can we know I can give any name for the functions by provided this I will follow the rules of identifiers. Now next, as these are the broad categories, also we have different categories in the functions. So there are 4 categories. So can you tell me what are those 4 categories? Yes, anyone? Can you tell me what are the different categories for the function?
Return type with argument.
Yes, correct. So if you have gone through the syntax of function, so it starts with return type, then name of the function, and after this we are having parameters or arguments in the round bracket. Correct. So there are 2 types based on the return type, and there are 2 types, 2 categories based on the arguments. Okay, so what are those 2? First, non-return with without arguments. This is first category. Second, return but without arguments. These are the 2 categories. Now third one is return without, okay, I will tell first, not return but arguments, not return without arguments. So these 2 categories are there. Third, return without argument and return with arguments. Okay, so function is having these 4 different types. And now if you have gone through again function declaration and function calling part, so you'll be finding 3 different parts for the function. First one, function declaration. Second, the definition of the function, and third, function call. Okay, so in the function declaration, just when you are going to declare a function, at that moment you are only allowed to write a return type of the function, name of the function, if you have the parameters. Okay, and after this you need to give semicolon, so it will declare it as the function is declared and you have used somewhere in your program. Now what your function should do, that things are covered in the function definition. Okay, with the help of open and curly brackets. So what your function should do, तुमच्या function नी नेमकं काय केलं पाहिजे. Okay, so what your function should do, it is mentioned in the open, or you can say the body of your function. Okay, and now when you wish to call that function, when you wish to execute that function, only simply simple mention the name of your function in the body of main function. Main function मध्ये त्या फंक्शनचं तुम्ही काय करायचं, फक्त नाव लिहायचे, and don't forget to give semicolon, because in C and C++ every sentence ends with semicolon. Okay, don't write return type when you are calling the function. Function call करताना return type लिहायचा नाही, just you need to mention the name of your function which you need to call. Okay, So these three parts of the function you need to remember, and four categories and two broad types. System user defined function and system functions or the library functions. In the categories, a function with return and with arguments, a function with return and without arguments, a function without, that means not return, and arguments, the function not returned and no arguments. Okay, and parts of the function, that means how this function is you need to write in the program. First declare it, then write definition for it, what your function should do, and just make a name of function that is for calling the function in the main function. Okay. Okay, so here we have gone through some basic definition. Yes. Now I wish you to write one simple program of the function. Okay. I will put, as we are having the lab session now, so I wish to check how much you are able to recall. Okay, so I will put this link, online compiler link, in your chat box, and write any program which will demonstrate the function. Salil ka?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So just click on the link. Is link is available for all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now write any simple program for the function. So you know how to declare the function, how to write definition for the function, and from where you need to call the function. Okay. So just give a try. I will wait for a few minutes. Maybe you can write a simple function to display a hello message, a very simple function. Just you need to mention, declare it, and you need to write only one statement in the body of the function, that is hello, and you need to call the name of that function in main function, in our main function, and you need to execute the program. Okay, I will wait for a few minutes. Okay, I will put again the link of online compiler here in the chat box. So you can click on the link and do implement a simple, very simple program for the function. And you need to send me the screenshot of it. see, one of you have sent me the screenshot of the default program that is hello world. I don't want this. Okay, what I wish, you can write one function here. Let's say I will write as void display. I have declared the function. Here I will write what it should do. Void display, and I will write in the body what it should display. So if you have remember the problem statement that I just discussed with you, it need to print only, yes, hello message. Okay, this way. And you need to call, here the name of function that is displayed. That's it. If you run the program, you will get an result. Just a minute. Yes, here I have not written namespace. Okay, so you'll find the message. Are you getting this? Don't just simply send me the screenshot of first one, that is a default program which is available on the compiler. Yes, any other? Okay, as of now, 4 students have sent me the screenshot. Remaining, as we have a lab session, I'm expecting answer from all. Hardly you need to type only 5 lines. That's it. Okay, just one of you have sent me the screenshot where you got an error. See what you have, what you made a mistake. Here you have not declared the name of function. That is the first case. Neither you have made a call to that function. What you did, you just written a function. That's it. The body of the function. Neither you have declared, not you have called. So how, if you have not called the function, it will not display anything. It will be just a line of code. Okay, so you need to write here the name of your function in the main function, right, to call that function. And one more thing, write this line using namespace. See, for this online compiler, it gives a default namespace. Just remove that namespace because it is there only for that particular line. So if you don't wish to write every time the namespace for every line, just declare it in the global part, that is outside of your main function, using namespace and the name of your namespace. Okay, one of you have got correct. See, if you don't do it, uh, you you may have some errors, like the concept you understood, but at the time of implementation, you will not realize it. So these things are happening because if you don't do the practice. If you do the practice, you will get where you are like making the mistakes. Okay, so for that sake, just try to implement it, and it is very simple. You need not to be worried about computers and all those things. You just have to click on the link, as I have provided the link of online compiler, and just do it. Yes, now getting the response from your side. Good. See, just now I have seen one more screenshot. What happens in the screenshot? Okay, see, I will make comment, that means it is not written, right? Okay, so one of you have made a mistake, like you have written all those things. You have declared the function, that is void display and semicolon. Okay, it's up to the declaration. Then in the main, you have kept the default statement as it is, cout hello. So, but you have not called the function, neither you have written the body of the function. So if you run the program, it will type the hello message which is there in the cout. पण त्याचा आणि तुमचा फंक्शनचा there is no any relevance for your display function. It is the output of your main function. Main function ने काय सांगितलं की cout, that is what display hello, but it is not executing the functions you have declared as with the name display, because you have not called that function. And if you write this display, you have not created the definition of that function. That means what your function display function should do. Okay, so make such corrections and send me again. Okay, so I'm getting much of response from your side with screenshots. Now, I will move to second problem statement. Okay, I will move to second problem statement. So, is screen visible to all? Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so I will read for you. Implement a function program by passing the parameters. Now, just now we have seen one example here. One example here. A function, see void, that means it will not return anything and it don't have any arguments. Okay, so now if you have gone through the problem statement, a function program by passing the parameters, that means I need to pass parameters, or you can say the arguments. So how to pass? You need to write the data type of it and just see. Last time also we discussed this name of variable is not mandatory. What is mandatory? The type, data type of that variable. ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही फंक्शनचे पॅरामीटर पास करता डिक्लेरेशनला किंवा डेफिनेशनला, so at that moment the name of variable is not matters a lot. What matters? The function, sorry, the variable type. Variable of which type? It may be of integer, character, float, or double. Okay, so if you have not written the name of variable, that is also fine, but make sure you have written the data type of that function in the parameter or in the argument section. Okay, so I will write it here. Let's say I will take one variable here. Let's say x is equal to 10, and I will, in the calling, I will use display x. Here I am passing one variable again, let's say a, and here I will write value of variable a is equal to, and here I will write it is a. Sorry. Okay. Yes, I forgot to make a semicolon. See here. Now, as I declare the name of variable as display, and it is going to display the value of a variable. I'm doing the very simple example for you. Okay. Now, next I will go for the addition program. Once you understand this parameterized function. Okay, so what I have done here, I have taken one variable x is equal to 10, which is of type integer. Then I have one message here. Okay, I will remove that as it is not required for the program. Then I call the function. What is the name of function? That is display, and it has passed one parameter or one argument, single argument, as I passed here the name of variable. Okay, and next thing, when compiler goes to this display x, then it will try to find out the definition. What is display? Okay, so when it comes to line number 10, it will check, yes, there is a definition for display function, and what is there? I need to print the value of variable a is equal to the value which I passed in the program. Okay, so it will display the value. Now check if I don't write here the name of variable, I just mention only the name of data type. कुठल्या टाईपचा व्हेरिएबल आहे ते फक्त मी काय केलंय मेन्शन केलंय. So just check. I will run the program. Yes. Now what happens here, A, because A is not initialized in this part, right? So here I need to provide the initialization of variable A. Sorry. And if I run the program, you will find the value. Sorry. Okay, are you getting this? समजतंय का? Hello. Are you on the same page? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so give quick response so that I'll come to know whether are you on the same page. See what happens when I'm explaining you here on the screen. So don't try to write the program in your mobile, because if you are like busy with typing the program in your mobile, you may not get what I'm delivering here. Okay, so I will provide you the time to write a program and to send me, but don't do it simultaneously. Okay, are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Because we are the humans, we can do only one task at a time perfectly, right? So just focused what is there on the screen, and then try to implement it in the provided timeline. Okay, so are you getting this part? Hello.
Yes, sir.
What is important in the parameter when you are passing the parameter? The type of your variable. The type of your variable is very important. If you don't pass any variable in the function declaration, so that is also fine, but the type of your variable must be there. Okay, and for this type only you need to pass the value. If you have written like integer and if you are passing the float value to the function, so again it will raise an error. Okay, so now I wish to so if you understood this, now I wish you to implement the program for addition by using the parameters in the functions. Functions मध्ये parameters use करून addition चा program करा. So for that you need to have, yes, minimum 2 parameters. Are you getting this? समजतंय का? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So if you wish to write addition program, so you need to have 2 arguments or 2 parameters. So I have written here in the declaration display int. Okay, I will write it the name of variable, let's say for your simplicity, for the understanding, integer a comma integer b. So what I wish to do, I wish to do addition of a and b. Okay, and here I will write, when I call the function, I will call, okay, here what I will do the addition. Okay, instead of 2, I will write only one function here. Okay, the addition is equal to, okay, if you check, see, instead of 2 parameters, what I did, I use the same, only 1 parameters, but I do the addition, and it is there in the, I have passed the value for the function when I call this function display. And what z contains? X plus y. And what is x? 10, y 20. So 10 plus 20, 30. When it goes to this function display, it will display what is there in the a. 30 value is passed, and here, and what is the value of a now here? 30. So it will display the addition is equal to 30. Are you getting this? Samajhte?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so okay, you can take your time, let's say 5 minutes, implement this program and send me the screenshot. Okay, if you have any doubt in this, you can ask me. I already provided you the link of online compiler in your chat box. So just start doing it and do this addition part. Sorry. See, one of you have sent me the screenshot just now. What you had done here, you have given semicolon for the definition of your function. See, if you give the semicolon, that means it will not go to the next line. Your function declaration overs here only. This will not be considered the body of your function. So if you wish to declare the function only, name of the function only, then you are allowed to give semicolon, as like I mentioned here in the fourth line. But if you wish to write the definition, so don't use semicolon for the function definition. Okay. So remove that semicolon. Okay, now good. I'm getting more response from your side now with correct program. Okay, now I will try to do some modifications in the program. I wish to go for swapping of numbers. Yes. Are you able to hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now can anybody tell me what is the logic for swapping of numbers? Okay, are you getting what does I mean? I wish to go for swapping of numbers. नंबरची स्वॅपिंग करायची म्हणजे काय करायचं हे समजलं का तुम्हाला? Okay, just look at the screen. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Is screen visible to you? Is screen visible to you? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now just check. Here I have mentioned A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. Okay. Now, when I mention here, I wish to go for swapping of numbers. That means I want output this way. A is equal to 20 and B is equal to 10. A ला जे काही मी 10 व्हॅल्यू दिली आणि B ला 20 व्हॅल्यू दिली सुरुवातीला, ही ज्यावेळेस मी प्रोग्राम एक्झिक्यूट करेल त्यावेळेस A ला काय झाली पाहिजे, B ची व्हॅल्यू आली पाहिजे आणि B ला काय झालं पाहिजे, A या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू आली पाहिजे. समजलं का काय करायचं स्वॅपिंग ऑफ नंबर्स मध्ये?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this part we called it as a swapping of numbers. As I mentioned here, two variables A and B. So I will take now just look at the screen. I will have two variables here, integer A comma integer B. Okay, so okay, instead of this, okay, I will change the name of the function. I will write swap. Swap. Okay, swap. As I have passed two parameters here, I need to call two parameters which I have declared here, x and y. Okay. Then again, I need to change the name of function here, swap integer a comma integer b. Okay, now tell me. Okay, I will first print the value. Okay, before swapping. Before swapping, I will print a is equal to. Okay, so a is equal to a and b equal to b equal to b. Okay, a equal to a, b equal to b. Okay, so I'll first run the program. Whether to check. Okay, as I have not initialized the values, I will initialize a is equal to 10 comma sorry, b equal to 20. Okay, before swapping, a equal to 10, b equal to 20. Now I wish to do मला output काय पाहिजे, a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 10. So how to do this? Yes, can anybody tell me how to do this? दोन नंबरचे बदल कसे करणार तुम्ही? इफ यू राईट दिस वे, लेट्स चेक. जर मला a ची व्हॅल्यू काय करायची, सॉरी b ची व्हॅल्यू a या व्हेरिएबलला असाइन करायची. सो व्हॉट आय विल डू विथ द रेग्युलर, सॉरी, हा a इज इक्वल टू b, म्हणजेच काय की b या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू ही a या व्हेरिएबलला असाइन होईल. ओके, आय विल चेक. Okay, I will check this. I will print cout the value of a is equal to, and a is equal to what? The value in a variable. Similarly, I will go for value of b variable. Here b, sorry, slash n. Okay, and I will try to execute it. Now check, the value of b is assigned to a. Are you getting this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now if I do the same thing again, b is equal to a, right? And if I print it again, the value of b now here, okay, just check. Sorry, it's not a capital A, it's small a. Okay, if you check everywhere, it appears as a 20. Are you getting this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
What happens here? इथे काय झाले, b या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू काय झाली, a या व्हेरिएबलला असाइन झाली. b या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू किती होती, 20.
20.
So 20 is assigned to variable a. a ची व्हॅल्यू किती होती, अधिक 10. So now a becomes 20. Okay, up to this are you clear?
Yes, sir.
क्लिअर झालेत का? ठीक. आता a या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे,
20.
20, बरोबर. जर मी a इज इक्वल टू बी केलं तर काय होईल, 20 परत b ला असाइन होईल, विच इज ऑलरेडी देअर. म्हणजे आता जे आपण लॉजिक लावलं a इज इक्वल टू बी अँड b इज इक्वल टू a, दॅट इज रॉंग. याच्यामध्ये स्वॅपिंग होतंय का, नाही होत. फक्त काय होते की एका व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू दुसऱ्या व्हेरिएबलला असाइन होते. ओके, आर यू गेटिंग दिस? हॅलो, आर यू गेटिंग दिस?
Yes, sir.
ओके.
Yes, sir.
हा, मग याच्यासाठी काय करायला लागेल, आता इथपर्यंत काय आलं की मला बी या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू ए या व्हेरिएबलला असाइन होती. ठीक आहे, मग ए व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू इथे चेंज व्हायच्या आधी मला काय करायला लागेल, एका व्हेरिएबल मध्ये टाकायला लागेल, दुसऱ्या एखाद्या व्हेरिएबल मध्ये. बरोबर, म्हणजेच काय होईल की ए या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू जी आहे 10, इट इज गोइंग टू बी प्रिझर्व्ड. ही व्हॅल्यू काय होईल, प्रिझर्व होईल. या केसमध्ये काय होते, ती व्हॅल्यू ओव्हरराईट होते. म्हणजे काय होते, 10 रिप्लेस होऊन काय होते, 20 येते. And if I go for this logic again, it will assign 20 to b, which is already there. So मला काय करायला लागेल, a is equal to 10, ही जी 10 व्हॅल्यू आहे ही ऑलरेडी मला काय करायला लागेल, a या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू दुसऱ्या कुठल्या तरी एका व्हेरिएबलला असाइन करायला लागेल. ओके, सो फॉर दॅट आय विल राईट हिअर वन व्हेरिएबल, लेट्स से temporary variable is equal to a. Now what happens here, what is the value of a, I am going to assign to the temporary variable, and I need to initialize that variable here, otherwise it will. Okay, fine. Is screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now just check what I did. I initialized one temporary variable and I have assigned the value of a variable to the temporary variable. आता a is equal to 10 ही जी काही व्हॅल्यू आहे तर ती कशामध्ये असणार आहे, टेम्पररी व्हेरिएबल. सो आय विल चेक the value in the temporary variable, the value of temp is equal to now temp. Okay, I'm just going to check whether 10 is assigned to temporary variable or not. Yes, if you check here the second statement, the value of temp is equal to what, 10. आता 10 ही व्हॅल्यू मिळाली मला. And now with this our previous logic, b is equal to a, that means b is equal to a, that means b ची व्हॅल्यू जी आहे ती a या व्हेरिएबलला असाइन झाली 20. बरोबर, आता मला काय पाहिजे, b या व्हेरिएबलला a या व्हेरिएबलची म्हणजेच कुठली व्हॅल्यू, 10 ही व्हॅल्यू असाइन करायची. सो व्हॉट आय विल डू इट हिअर, इन्स्टेड ऑफ पासिंग a, आता 10 व्हॅल्यू कशामध्ये आहे, कुठल्या व्हेरिएबलला आहे, येस
Temp.
temp. So I will pass here temp. Okay, I will remove unwanted statements from here. Okay, now check, I will run the program again. Now check, the value of a is equal to 20, value of b is equal to 10. Okay, so what I will write it here, these values a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20, these are before of swapping. I will write it here now after swapping. After swapping, a is equal to and b is equal to. Okay, now check. See, before swapping, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, and after swapping, a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 10. Okay. I will not print only, I will just print the message. Oh, double inverted comma missing. Okay, after swapping, the value of A is equal to 20, the value of B is equal to 10. Okay, now I will try to write in a proper way. That means it need to be understood clearly. Okay, after swapping, the value of A is equal to 20 and the value of B is equal to 10. Again, as I need only the swapping of variables, I need not to have the value of temporary variable. So I will not print the value. I just use it, but I will not print it. Okay. So this is what the logic. These three lines are the logic for swapping of the numbers, swapping of two numbers. What I did here, the value of A variable I kept in the temporary variable, other variable. Then I assigned the value of B variable to A. And again, I assigned the copied value of A variable in the temporary variable to the variable B. Okay. If you check, you will find the result. Are we getting this?
Yes, sir.
ओके. आता हा झाला पॅरामीटर फंक्शनचा प्रोग्राम, बरोबर. In the previous example we have seen only one parameter. Now here I pass two parameters. Okay, now if you check the next problem statement, implement a program, implement a function program by call by reference. Now when there is a word call by reference, at that moment you need to use the concept of pointers. आठवतंय का पॉइंटरचा concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, if you remember this, you may take a screenshot of this screen. Okay, I will try to minimize the number of lines. Okay, well, you can take the screenshot of it. Okay, have you taken?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I will try to cover this next program, call by reference, by using pointers with the same example. See, pointers मध्ये काय करते की तुम्ही, sorry, without pointer, that means call by value. इथे काय करताय तुम्ही व्हॅल्यू कॉल करताय, बरोबर. आणि कॉल बाय रेफरन्स म्हणजेच काय, यू आर पासिंग द ऍड्रेस ऑर द पॉइंटर्स, बरोबर. तुम्ही काय करताय, ऍड्रेसेस पास करताय. आता ऍड्रेस पास करताय म्हणजेच काय, इथे जे काही व्हेरिएबल्स मी डिक्लेअर केलेत कॉल करताना, कॉल बाय रेफरन्स करताना तिथे काय लिहायचंय, फक्त तुम्ही एम्परसेंट. एम्परसेंट इज नथिंग बट address of the variable. Okay, as I'm passing here address of the variable, here ज्या ऍड्रेसची मला काय करायची, व्हॅल्यू प्रिंट करायची, अँड फॉर दॅट आय एम युझिंग द पॉइंटर. ऍड्रेसची व्हॅल्यू जर मला प्रिंट करायची असेल, इथे ह्या एक्स या व्हेरिएबलच्या मेमरी ऍड्रेसला व्हॅल्यू कुठली आहे ती कशी मी प्रिंट करू शकतो, मी सांगतो व्हॅल्यू सांगतो, मी मेमरी ऍड्रेस नाही. जर मला मेमरी ऍड्रेस प्रिंट करायचा असेल, आय विल राईट %x. पण मला काय करायची, ह्या ऍड्रेसला ओके कोणती व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर केली ती जर मला प्रिंट करायची असेल, देन आय नीड टू यूज द पॉइंटर. ओके, सो आय डिक्लेअर हिअर ॲज द पॅरामीटर्स विथ पॉइंटर्स and okay, here the values are declared. Here pointer A to pointer B, Okay, I will just check. Just a minute. Oh, I used X. Here Y. X, Y. Memory arguments, void swap. Instead of passing value from here, okay, the values are not taken from this swap function. So what I did, I passed the value. Yes, uh, sorry to say this. As I mentioned here, the name of variable, I should pass the value here itself. I was checking as I have not written a complete program again. So if you do the copy paste, so you may find such mistakes. You will be stuck at some of the moment. Okay, so what happens here? See, I mentioned the name of function and I'm passing the addresses. मी काय करतोय address pass करतोय, but I have not passed any value to that address. Neither I have initialized it. So that is what it gives me an error. Now I have initialized the variable x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. It is stored at this address ampersand and here. If you check before swapping, it will print the address. Yes, what it will do, it will print the address of this x variable and y variable. Okay, but what I need to pass the actual value. मला काय करायची, व्हॅल्यू पास करायची, बरोबर. So for that I will use the pointer, and here I will just mention the pointer variable. Okay, pointer variable इथं mention केलाय, this same logic, and I will print the pointers. Why pointers are required to print? Because if I print only x, it will print me the memory address of that variable, because I have passed the references. मी इथं pass काय केलंय, reference pass केलाय, so it will pass me, it will give me only the memory address, बरोबर. पण मला काय करायचंय, ह्या मेमरी ऍड्रेसची व्हॅल्यू प्रिंट करायची. सो आय विल राईट इट ॲज स्टार एक्स अँड स्टार वाय. सो इट विल प्रिंट the address, sorry, the value which is located at this address. या टाइपला काय म्हणतात, कॉल बाय रेफरन्स. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? हॅलो. Hello. Hello, Shruti, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so are you getting this? Call by reference. Call by reference समजलंय का?
सर अजून एकदा एक्सप्लेन करा.
Okay. See, without pointer concept, if you are passing the value to the function, we called it as call by value. Okay. Okay, for this now, I will make a comment to complete program. Okay, I will go and I will use this only main. Okay, for a minute, forget about this concept function. Okay, so what I will do, see out the address of a variable. The address of a variable is equal to %a. Okay, now how many lines are there in our program? Yes, who will tell me? Hello.
5.
Yes, because all are remaining, I have made a comment. त्याच्यामुळे ते execute होणार नाही. So I have only these 5 lines. So now only focus on these 5 lines. What I did here, okay, so I mentioned x here. So I will change in the print message. Okay, see what I did here. इथे काय केलंय मी की 2 व्हेरिएबल डिक्लेअर केले, इंटिजर x equal to 10, y equal to 20. इथपर्यंत समजलंय?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what I am trying to do, okay, before this I will print the value of this. Value कशा print करतो आपण? See out the value of variable of variable a equal to, okay, आणि इथे काय लिहितो आपण? x. I have used x variable. बरोबर का? मला त्या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू प्रिंट करायची असेल तर मी काय करतो, ते व्हेरिएबल सी आउट मध्ये प्रिंट करतो. बरोबर? इथपर्यंत समजले ही लाईन?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will repeat same it for y variable. I will just change the variable name. Okay, and just check. I will run the program. It will show me the value of variable x equal to 10, the value of variable y is equal to 20. इथपर्यंत समजलंय? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now आता ते व्हॅल्यू ही कुठल्या कुठल्या मेमरी ऍड्रेसला स्टोअर झालेली आहे? बिकॉज why we are using this variable and the data type to store in the memory. Now if I use the integer, so I must know it requires 4 bytes to store that value. बरोबर? ही मेमरी मध्ये कुठेतरी 4 bytes स्पेस x या व्हेरिएबल साठी रिझर्व केली जाते, ती व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर करण्यासाठी. आता इथे मी कुठली व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर करतोय? 10 ही व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर करण्यासाठी किती मेमरी, हाऊ मच मेमरी इज रिक्वायर्ड? Yes, 4 bytes, because I have used the data type as integer. For integer it may it depends on your system, it may either with 2 bytes or 4 bytes. Okay, but if you check with this online compiler, size of with the help of size of operator, so it will give you the 4 bytes. So for to store the value x equal to 10, I require 4 bytes in the memory. सो मेमरी मध्ये स्टोअर करतोय, मग ती कुठल्या ऍड्रेसला स्टोअर झाली हे मला बघायचं असेल तर मी त्याच्यासाठी काय करणार, सी आउट एक स्टेटमेंट मी प्रिंट करतो आणि तिथे मी काय करतोय एम्परसेंट एक्स, म्हणजेच काय त्या एक्स व्हेरिएबल म्हणजे मेमरी मध्ये एक्स या व्हेरिएबलचा ऍड्रेस मी काय करतोय प्रिंट करतोय. जस्ट चेक the address of x variable is equal to, this is what your the memory address where this 10 is stored. Okay, where this 10 is stored. Now similarly what I will do, I will print the memory address to store 20, that means value of y variable. Okay, so if you check, so 20 is stored at this memory location. दिसते का तुम्हाला? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
if you check this last, fortunately we have the subsequent numbers. If you check this memory address and last 3 digit 550 and 554, that means it takes this 10 takes 4 byte to store x equal to 10 value, and from this 54 to next 4 bytes it will be there, it will be reserved for this storing the 20 value. आता हे काय झाले, हे मेमरी ऍड्रेस की या ऍड्रेसला सॉरी ह्या दोन ऍड्रेसला, म्हणजे पहिल्या ऍड्रेसला 10 स्टोअर झाले आणि दुसऱ्या ऍड्रेसला 20 स्टोअर झाले. इथपर्यंत समजलंय का तुम्हाला?
Yes, sir.
ओके, आता मी इथे प्रोग्राम मध्ये काय केलंय, मी फंक्शनला इथे चेक करा तुम्ही, स्वॅप या फंक्शनला मी काय केलंय, मी डायरेक्ट व्हॅल्यू पास केली का?
No.
नाही, मी काय केलंय इथे ऍड्रेस पास केलंय, बरोबर? येते का लक्षात? इथे मी काय पास केलंय, एम्परसेंट एक्स आणि एम्परसेंट वाय. ह्याची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे, एम्परसेंट एक्स ची ही मेमरी ऍड्रेस आणि एम्परसेंट वाय ची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे, हा मेमरी ऍड्रेस. समजतंय का?
Yes, sir.
हा, आता थोडक्यात रेफरन्सचं मिनिंग काय? ओके, ठीक आहे. आता लेट्स टेक वन एक्झाम्पल. यू आर हिअर ॲट इन द कॉलेज, तुम्ही कॉलेजमध्ये आहात, बरोबर? तर मला इथून पंढरपूर कुठे आहे किंवा शिवाजी चौक कुठे आहे पंढरपूर मधला, हे तुम्ही कसं सांगणार? Don't worry, let it be go wrong. Yes, how you can tell me where is Shivaji Chowk in Pandharpur by sitting here at the location College of Engineering Pandharpur. तुम्ही College of Engineering पंढरपूर मध्ये आहात असं अज्युम करा आणि इथून मला शिवाजी चौक कुठे आहे ते कसं सांगणार? हॅलो, तुम्ही काहीतरी असं हातवारे करणार, बरोबर? या डायरेक्शनने जावा, असं असं इकडे गेले का पंढरपूर आहे, तिथे पंढरपूर मध्ये सरळ तुम्ही मेन रोड सोडू नका आणि तिथे गेले का तुम्हाला शिवाजी चौक दिसेल, बरोबर का? असं सांगणार ना तुम्ही?
Yes, sir.
म्हणजे काय करताय का तुम्ही ऍक्च्युली तिथे शिवाजी चौक मध्ये जाऊन सांगताय की हा शिवाजी चौक आहे?
No, sir.
नाही, बरोबर. ज्यावेळेस तुम्हाला विचारलं जाईल की शिवाजी चौक कुठे आहे, तर तुम्ही काय सांगणार की त्या डायरेक्शन मध्ये आहे. म्हणजेच काय करताय की तुम्ही रेफरन्स देताय त्या साईडला, बरोबर? तसं मी काय केलं, इथे मी ऍक्च्युअल व्हॅल्यू नाही दिली, इथे मी काय केलं, ऍड्रेस पास केला. आधीची जी मी कॉल बाय व्हॅल्यू मध्ये करत होतो, मी तिथे ऍक्च्युअल व्हॅल्यू पास करत होतो. मी डायरेक्ट काय करत होतो, ते व्हेरिएबल म्हणजेच काय त्याची व्हॅल्यू पास करत होतो. पण मी इथे आता काय केलंय, त्याचा रेफरन्स पास केलाय. रेफरन्स इन द सेन्स मी डायरेक्शन सांगितली की तुम्ही जर या दिशेला गेले, ह्या ऍड्रेसला गेले तर तुम्हाला शिवाजी चौक मिळेल. समजतंय का? Hello. Hello. Not able to hear your voice. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is what I did here. I have not passed the actual values, actual parameters. What I did, I just passed the addresses to the function when it calls. And now when the addresses get calls, आता आपल्याला एक माहिती की ऍड्रेसेस जर कॉल झाले तर काय करायला लागतील मला त्याचं येस काय करायला लागेल व्हॅल्यूज कॉल करायला लागतील आता ऍड्रेसची जर व्हॅल्यू कॉल करायची असेल तर काय करायला लागते मला सी आउट okay I will just check once yes because I have not declared it as the pointer I just declare it as the simple type okay so I just declare it as a simple type पण इथे ह्या ऍड्रेसची व्हॅल्यू जर तुम्हाला कॉल करायची असेल तर त्याच्यासाठी काय आपण करतो फंक्शन कॉल करतो सॉरी पॉइंटर्स कॉल करतो या मेमरी ऍड्रेसला जर व्हॅल्यू कॉल करायची असेल तर त्यासाठी काय असतो रेफरन्सची जर व्हॅल्यू तुम्हाला ऍक्च्युअली कॉल करायची असेल तर त्याच्यासाठी काय यूज करतात पॉइंटर कन्सेप्ट यूज करतात सो दॅट इज व्हॉट आय यूज्ड हिअर इन द प्रोग्राम मग मी काय केलंय तिथे फक्त instead of simple arguments I just pass the pointers जर ह्या मला ऍड्रेसची जर मला व्हॅल्यू पाहिजे नसेल तर मला काय करायला लागेल मला पॉइंटर यूज करायला लागेल इफ आय डोंट यूज द पॉइंटर आय विल नॉट गेट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ दॅट ऍड्रेस okay so this is about call by reference for call by reference program for swapping of two numbers okay we have less time